Happy Friday. Welcome to Meet the Press Now. I'm Chuck Todd reporting from Washington. As we begin the hour, President Biden is set to speak here in Washington on reproductive rights, a day before the anniversary of the Supreme Court's decision to overturn Roe v. Wade. Biden and the Democratic Party may not be saying it out loud, but they're grateful they have the abortion issue to energize voters ahead of 2024. And they're hoping that abortion rights, combined with the ever-looming presence of Donald Trump, are enough to convince voters that another 4 years of Biden as president is better than the alternative. And as you know, alternative is a key word here. But will that be enough to overcome the problems facing the president's 2024 campaign? What if his numbers look more like Hillary Clinton 2016 than they do Joe Biden 20? A new Pew poll shows that his job approval rating is wallowing in the mid-30s. That's down from the 41% that our NBC News poll tracked for the president at the end of April. We'll have new NBC News poll numbers coming out this Sunday on Meet the Press. Check your local NBC station. But the concern is not just about Biden's poll numbers. There's also nervousness that early fundraising isn't delivering the way they hoped, according to some reporting by Politico, even as the campaign says they're in a good place. And while Biden doesn't have a real primary challenger, the gadfly gambit by RFK Jr. isn't helping the campaign. Biden could very likely lose Iowa and New Hampshire since his campaign has decided to make South Carolina the first ballot Biden's name will appear on. So he's almost setting himself up for some negative early publicity there in Iowa and New Hampshire. Meanwhile, national Democrats are wary, and that's to be kind here. They're very concerned about the third-party no-labels ticket because they think that ticket could be a spoiler. And what Biden has accomplished as president may not be resonating. The governor of Minnesota, Tim Walz, called Biden's impact, quote, grossly underestimated, but he also warned, quote, they're having a challenging time connecting the achievements of the Biden administration, connecting it to real lives and real job creation. And to add to all of that, the legal issues surrounding the president's son, Hunter, the latest of which is an accusation by two credible IRS whistleblowers claiming misconduct by the Department of Justice and the FBI during the investigation of Hunter Biden. According to transcripts released by the Republican-led House and Ways and Means Committee, one of those whistleblowers, who, by the way, was questioned both by Democrats and Republicans on that committee, former senior IRS agent Gary Shapley, he alleged that Hunter Biden received preferential treatment from the DOJ. Shapley asserts that the Trump-appointed U.S. attorney leading the probe was blocked in his efforts to charge Hunter Biden with more serious crimes than the tax-related misdemeanors Biden agreed to plead guilty to earlier this week. In a press conference this afternoon, the Attorney General, Merrick Garland, pushed back on lawmakers who have, quote, chosen to attack the integrity of the Justice Department. And he said the prosecutor in Hunter Biden's case was given complete authority.
I'd be happy to. As I said at the outset, Mr. Weiss, who was appointed by President Trump as the U.S. Attorney in Delaware and assigned this matter during the previous administration, would be permitted to continue his investigation and to make a decision to prosecute any way in which he wanted to and in any district in which he wanted to. Mr. Weiss has since sent a letter to the House Judiciary Committee confirming that he had that authority. I don't know how it would be possible for anybody to block him from bringing a prosecution, given that he has this authority.
So fresh off that plea deal, the president's son was spotted last night attending a state dinner for the Indian prime minister. Hunter Biden is of course not running for office, but in presidential politics, optics can matter. And he represents what could be a major blind spot for his father in 2024. And again, as a father, everybody understands when you're dealing with somebody who's dealt with the problems that Hunter Biden's dealt with in his personal life, particularly with drugs and addiction, on one hand. On the other hand, was the state dinner a good idea?
Thanks for watching our YouTube channel. Follow today's top stories and breaking news by downloading the NBC News app.